Good afternoon. Welcome on board. Welcome. Nice to have you guys on. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Welcome on board. Welcome on board. Nice to have you guys coming up one by one. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Come. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you for that love button. I love you too. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Respect. Thank you. Thank you. We have this afternoon platform. We have this get together this afternoon because of one or two things that I've just heard. So I just want to put it back to the public straight away. You see, when I hear, I want to retaliate. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Thank you. I can't love any of you less on this platform, honestly. Each time I see your name, your usual, as usual, seeing every set of people as usual all the time, you flatter me. You know, it's just a flattering thing that I cannot love you less any longer, honestly. And I trace you back to your other platform. You know, I'm gonna have time to start coming onto your platform to show my love on your platform. You know, by taking like on your pictures on things. It's because this is a page. That's why I haven't got that time to come on platform, to come on individual platform. This is a page, so I don't see things happening so many times on Facebook, because it's a page. And when you're on the page, you don't see what is happening. You don't know what is happening elsewhere. But I will force myself to start coming out and see things happening inside your page or your platform as well. Thank you. Thank you. I can't have you this. It is a beautiful afternoon in London today. God is not man. That's the starting point. God has shown to us in the last 3-4 days that he's not a man that we can mock with. We had snow. We had freezing weather yesterday. Look at it today. It's sunny. It's sunny. And that is a typical example that we are not dealing with a person when it comes to our prayer, sending it above. So I cannot love God less. It is after God that I have people. And whoever fear God will fear people sometimes, you know. Yeah, of course you can buy a ticket to come to United Kingdom. Yeah. So good afternoon. After 1 o'clock in the United Kingdom, London South East, Greenwich Meridian time, 13:18 p.m. 20th of March 2018. My name has not changed. Tokunbo Olagbaye is my name. I want to welcome individual on board one by one. I want to cherish you. I want you to know that I recognize you. But it's impossible to call names accordingly because we are many on this platform, on this page. So I recognize you. Benny. So I recognize all of you. Thank you so much for coming on board when you get my notification. We will continue to embrace each other. The reason why I come on board now is because I don't have anything to do now until later on. I have done quite a lot of work. I finished work late last night, 9:30. So I worked more than enough to give enough time to come on board when I have time. And I've been working since I came on now. You know, I've been working since I came to office now, but I have gap in my time so that I can have rest and have contact with my friends, which is you guys out there. When I have information, I want to give it to you straight away. You know, I cannot sleep with information. It's not possible. Thanks there, thanks. You know, I can't sleep when I have information that is so important, you know, to the public domain. I have to bring it out straight away. The reason why I'm out here this afternoon is to do with the issue of banking. The issue of banking, it is real. It is real. The issue of banking is real. It's not a hearsay. When you put your money in the account and you don't have status in the United Kingdom, it is real that the bank is taking money away from people, and it's an unscrupulous idea. You know, it is an unscrupulous idea. It has not changed. So updating is that don't put your money in the bank account if you don't have status. Believe me, bank are sitting on money, and the money they start on today. So today's date, when my client told me, I feel so bad. I told her that I'm going to come on board and warn others. She lost almost £10,000. She lost almost 10,000. If I'm not escalating, the money she put in the account for to use for her application, the money somebody else is paid into her account, the money she's taking from her salary from where she's managing to work, government start on it straight away. Bank start on it rather. And I've told her, don't be scared. As soon as your paper is hard within the next 6 years, you will go back to that bank and go and call your money back. You will go to the bank and go and call your money back. Now, what I want to put down to the clear there to people here is that people who open accounts carelessly with many different IDs in the past. Make sure you can remember the ID card you use, especially date of birth. And the crucial thing you will use is that go and get driver license as soon as you got your status. Get driver license once you get your status, and let the driver license have the same date of birth on the banking details and elsewhere, so that you will use your driver license to go back to that bank and go and collect your money back from them. It is not a proper way of doing it for them to start on your money because you don't have status. It is a shame. The bank is doing that, but government has bank to do that. I think I totally disagree with them on this issue. 10,000 or more is quite a lot of money for the bank to be sitting on one poor person's account. Now think about how many money they will have been sat on, or they would even sit on in the head. It's going to be a huge amount of money. But in the lapse of it, within the period of 6 years, you have the grace to ensure that you have your status as soon as you can. Get your status out of the way and go back to them and go and get your money from them. Don't let them go free, and don't leave your money. I don't care who is listening on this platform at this particular stage. I have lost that censoring of words. I am angry and I'm not happy for bank to be sitting on money. Bank is financially viable. They are big financial institution, and I think it's wrong. It's totally out of it for them to be sitting on individual accounts. What they can do is tell them to take their money out and close the account, not for them to close the money down there. That's what they should be doing. Take your money out of my account if you cannot provide your identity, if you cannot show me other things, but take your money out, because the person will have shown you the details he or she used to open the account. So, and I don't know any reason, I can't see any other way around this thing, that for me to say that I think bank got it wrong. I think government gave wrong instruction, and I think it's totally out of it. That is an area of interest, and I'm going to keep an eye on it. What bank is doing at this stage? Exactly, even if it's £1,000, pounds is quite a lot of money. £1,000 is a lot of money, and we work hard to get money in this country. It's not easy. So when we are talking of money from the pound sterling country, we are talking of serious money. We're not talking of naira. We're talking of a lot of money. So I agree with you. It is a lot of money. £1,000 is huge, because that is about 500,000 naira in Nigeria. And that's a lot of money to anybody, even if you are a lawyer. That is a lot of money. To go to the bank and go and transfer 200, 300 pounds to somebody, it's a lot of money. You must have done where that person must have been so important to you to transfer 30,000, 40,000 naira to somebody, 50,000 naira. Not to now talk of when you are transferring money, you are transferring 300,000 naira, 200,000 naira to people in Nigeria. It's a lot of money. And for bank to be now sitting on people's money in this country, that got me angry. And I heard it today, and I said to my clients, I said, listen, I'm coming on board to come and mention this to people. People need to go and take their money from their account. She made a mistake. She went in there with her card. She took £300. So she was happy that everything is fine. So she left the money there. So by the time she will get there, the next day or the following day, the bank has already seized all the money. And it's so unfair. I agree with you about JB. It's so unfair for bank to be sitting on individual money. Bank is financially viable. They are okay. They have money. They are strengthy. So why would they sit on people's money? Pound sterling we're talking about in this dead cold weather, and somebody sitting on people's money. It pains my heart. It pinches my heart. I get angry because it's not supposed to be. So if you're out there, regardless of who is listening, forget it. Listen to me right now. If you're out there and you don't have status yet, and you have money in the bank account, go and take your money out before the idiots start taking your money. Go and take your money before they start sitting on your money. I think it's an unfair policy. It's uncalled for, and it's not supposed to be like that. The money somebody has worked for in this dead cold weather, after government has taken tax on it. You're telling me that people don't have right to work in the country, yet you are still taking taxes from them. If you know that you don't have their NI number or you don't have their details, why taking the NI from them? Why taking money from income tax from them? You took that one. That is fine. They are contributing to the economy of the country. Fine, fantastic. What is the duty of the bank? What right does bank have to be telling people that they are not going to have access to their money? And you sat on £10,000 on one person. That is completely out of it, and it's so uncalled for. What else? Huh? You don't want them in the country, and you are taking their money. You are sitting on their money. What for? For how long are you going to be? The government is going to be giving that kind of unruly instruction. How long are they going to be giving that kind of instruction for? We're in the UK. You can't save money in another European country. You have to save money in the country you are living so that you can access it at the right time. So I think it's totally wrong for the bank to be sitting on people's money. Yeah. If Halifax Bank is doing that, Halifax Bank should sit tight. They should stop sitting on people's money. If not, they will be broadcast. They will be put back to the public. And people will stop banking with them. They will lose customers. Because those of us that have papers, that have everything in this country, we will take everything away from them. We have access with them. So if they messed up with area of interest, I will campaign against them. And I'll tell people to move their businesses from them. What kind of nonsense is that? It's so uncalled for. A government is pushing. And you are pushing people to that extent. You're welcome on board, Okomi. I can see you straight away. God bless you. It's so unfair. What kind of rubbish is that? You're blocking people's money, blocking everything, blocking this, blocking that. For how long are you going to be doing that for? For how long? I mean, we should face reality. We should face reality, man. We should face reality because it can't continue in this manner. If people have struggled so much in the diaspora and put money together and to do something better for their life and their family, why would banks be sitting on it? The most bank can do is tell them to take their money from your bank, that you don't want them to bank with you anymore, but not for you to keep the money. That is daylight robbery. That is white-collar robbery. But because at the end of the day, if that individual fails to have access to papers to go and claim the money back, who is going to get that money? Where is the money going to? How many money did you put back into the treasury bank accounts when you sit on people's money? It is happening. This is part of the European country. United Kingdom is Europe. United Kingdom is the country where the problem is happening at the moment, and it's uncalled for. So the question is, how long are we going to go into this? Now, a client said that she put money, she opened bank accounts online, and it is a bank that opened it for them online. Because there is somebody representing bank online. It is not a emoticon that opens bank. It is not a blank somebody opened that bank account for them. It is part of the bank staff, part of the staff that are opening the account, representing them, opening the account online for people. And you must have asked them 1 or 2 questions, and then they must have satisfied your inquiries before you open that account for them. And after when the account is opened, what more does the bank want? A person that has young children to cater for, to look after, and you took the money away from them overnight. You take people's happiness away from them. I think it's completely out of it. That's my opinion, and I'm not changing. And I haven't got the time to censor any word I'm going to bring out today. And this video is going into YouTube. Banks should stop this nonsense. Banks should stop sitting on people's money, because you are not accounting it to anybody. You are not giving it back to anybody. You are taking money back. You are closing accounts. And where is the money going to? Unscrupulous bankers, unscrupulous ideas. And the policy for the government to be telling people, banks to be stopping people from having access to their money if they don't have status. It's completely nonsense policy. Exactly. Thank you. You cannot be using people's sweat as source of revenue. I agree with you, Dele Lawal. Thank you, dear. It's totally bad, and it's uncalled for. It makes me cry inside me that, hold on a minute. That money is a lot of money. Exactly. They shouldn't have opened bank account for them in the first place. And once the account has been opened, it means that they have met the criteria. Bank must have 1 or 2 criteria that they are looking from individual before they open bank accounts for them. It means that they are credit worthy. Because in England, before you open bank account for anybody in England, they have to check your credit score. That's what we do here. They check credit score, make sure you are worthy, make sure you are trustworthy, make sure that you are financially okay. And once the account is opened, I cannot see any reason why bank want to start getting involved and turn themselves to a daylight robber. Because that is armed robbery. Without taking guns, without taking any weapon. You are robbing people, taking their wealth from them, taking their money from them. And that's white collar robbery. That is white collar robbery. And it's a daylight one. Without carrying gun. Without breaking into house. You are breaking in people's hearts. You are taking their money away from them. What else can you say? That is robbery. And it's a daylight one, because bank opens 9 to 5 during the day. And somebody who needs money walked into the bank to have access to his or her account. And you deny them their sweat. In which planet are they doing that from? I must concur with you guys. I totally disagree with the bank. It's totally out of it. It's nonsense. £10,000. That is 5 million naira in Nigeria. 5 million naira. No, we can't tolerate that. Not in a civilized society. Not in the civilized society. They cannot continue like that. If bank continues in this manner, government will be protest against. This is the area that people need to protest against, because this is individual money. This is not something to do with paying somebody. This is an area that we need to look into now and not stop them from this nonsense. Because if it carries on like this, it will affect people that have bought property already, mortgage. Let me tell you, if this thing carries on like this and nobody stop them, and no petition, nobody stop them, believe me, have it at the back of your mind. All of you that have bought property in the past, and as a result of one problem or another, you are now lacking your status. They will sit on your property. They will sit on your property. The day you want to sell that property, you will be denied selling it. Trust me. You will be denied completely from selling that property if care is not taken. And the only way to cater for that issue now is for you to look at it from this angle. Them stopping people from banking, them stopping people from taking money from their own personal account is totally out of order. It's totally out of order. And I totally disagree with the government policy on this issue of closing people's bank accounts in the United Kingdom. I disagree with them. And I disagree with the bank, because bank is turning themselves to a daylight robbery. And they should stop it. Exactly, Abiodun Makinde, it's unfair. Yes, it needs to be protested against. If people think that they have been badly affected, let us know. This thing needs to stop. They cannot carry on. Because if you leave them to this now and you don't say anything, believe me, your mortgage will go with it next. It is your mortgage that will go next. Yeah. It is your mortgage that will go, because the day you want to sell that property, they will deny you from selling it. So you will not be able to have access. You will not be able to have your equity. And equity means cash on the property. Cash. And you were talking about almost £150,000, not 150,000 naira. Pounds we are talking of. Raw cash. raw cash. Your property you bought at that time, probably you bought it when you were a student. Something went wrong, and you are unable to continue to have status, and you are still struggling to get your status regularized. And that property at the time you bought it, probably we bought it £169,000, and the property worth 300,000. It means government is telling you that you're losing almost £139,000 cash, raw cash. Government is telling you that you will not have access to it. So we have to start thinking, guys, it's about time you wake up from where the angle you are sleeping, and you start working on that now, because it's absolutely disgusting. You started on the application, people are still managing on that, and you are now blocking people to have access to their bank account with that kind of raw cash of £10,000, £8,000, £6,000 in this country. Absolutely degrading. Absolutely degrading. Absolutely uncalled for. That is completely out of it. Yeah, it's exactly that's what I'm thinking, Makinde. Stealing by trick. Yeah. What legislation in the United Kingdom? Let them bring it on. We will scrutinize it and see it. It's a policy that they brought out, and it's absolutely nonsense. And that is Home Office. That is the Home Office. That is the Secretary of State then, which is Mrs. May, which is now Prime Minister, that is robbing people of on their wealth. And it's nonsense. Yeah, it's government policy. And it's nonsense. Absolutely nonsense. It was Mrs. May that started it, and she pushed it to Amber Road. Absolutely disgusting. And we cannot carry on in that manner. Believe me or not. We cannot afford to carry on in that manner. It's absolutely degrading. What have they done to deserve that kind of situation? Somebody who has young children to cater for, to look after, you deny her from accessing bank to take her money that she put in there. Unscrupulous bankers, I said it and I will repeat it many, many times. It's totally wrong, and it's out of order, and it's not supposed to be. Yes. So the reason why I came on board now, just to gear you guys up, is that if you have bank accounts in overseas and you have your card here, you can still access that bank from here. So you can be putting money directly into that account instead of putting money here. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Instead of putting money here and they sit on your money. If you have account overseas, you can be directing and forwarding your money there. If you have the card, and you can have access to your account here, you'll be taking it from the cash points here. And then again, what I want to say again, which is the typical example of what I saw today, because anything I bring to you is real, is fact, and it's not fiction. If one of you in the household has a status and the other one hasn't got, especially you female, you don't have status, typical example of what happened today, and your partner has status. Use his account to keep your money. Tell him to use his bank account to open account for you, and get the card from him and use it to be keeping your money, and give it to your employer to be saving money for you. I said it, and I'm not changing my English. I'm not censoring anything. There is no need at this stage to censor any English. If you haven't got status and your partner has status, tell him to use his name to open bank account for you. Yes. Tell him to use his name to open bank account for you. He will give you card. And then you can use that card to control your money in and out. So you will be using it and save your money into that account. Don't be fooling yourself. Don't make mistake by saying you want to hide away from him. What happened today, I'm sure that my clients will be on board. Both of them were in my office earlier on. She didn't let him know that she has all that kind of amount of huge money. That's fine. We women, we do it all the time. That's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about that. I didn't even blame her. I just laugh it off. Because we do it, everybody do it. Even the man will not want you to know how much he's got in his account. So it's vice versa. But the advice I'm going to give to you now is that make sure you ask him to open an account for you, or ask her to open an account for you in her name or in his name, and then have the card back from him or her, and use it to control your money that you have every day, to put money into your account. So if there is an issue, The person who has bank account will be able to come forward and go to the bank with his ID card or with her ID card and identify the issue, identify himself or herself, for them to identify him or her. And that's my advice. And I'm not censoring this. Please, for God's sake, cry out loud. The stage we are now, we need to start giving each other, the public, what we need. As long as it doesn't affect anybody. It's not fraud. This is not fraud. This is about helping your partner. And what a partner has is belong to the other person. So if one of you has status now and the other one hasn't got, I don't talk my own, what is that? And the other one hasn't got, the one has status, use your name to open bank account for her or for him. Give him or her your card to operate with from that account. So he or she can be putting his or her money directly into the account. I think it's the only best way to go in this situation for now. Thank you, madam. Thank you, Ayaba MK Adetifa JP. Thank you, Ayaba. Thank you. Exactly. I know you have mortgage. I know you have mortgage. My advice on the issue of your mortgage at the moment is that don't come forward. Don't do anything. Don't try to want to sell it until you get status. Because if you want to sell mortgage now, to sell your property now, they will ask you to go and bring your ID card. And your ID card is either your driver license or your passport with your status. So don't even bother to sell it now. Just rent the property out for now. That's my advice. Rent the property out for now. Because I know you have mortgage. So don't bother to sell it now because you are going to fall foul if you make an attempt. So ladies and gentlemen, before I leave you to the capable hand of the information I left on my wall, you can continue to take the video, share it, and let your friends see it. I don't care who's having that capsule. That's your problem. Have that share the video and keep it. The advice before I leave today is that ensure that you have somebody, your partner, and keep your money with him or her in the account and get the bank account from him or her. That is the way forward. If not, you're going to lose everything. And that's my advice. I love you guys so much, but I have to go now. It's a lunch time and I need to go for lunch. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming on board to take this advice from me. Please share it on your wall and let other people have the benefit to see what is happening. Share it on your wall. Share it. The topic is about unscrupulous bankers, taking possession of people's bank accounts. That's the topic, unscrupulous bankers, and it's unfair. And most high street bank is the one out there, the one doing it, and that's totally out of it. But that is my advice. I love you guys, but I have to go for my lunch now. Thank you, and take care of yourself. God bless you all.